giving it away and how you can start to take your power back from that person, thing, situation, whatever. All right, so we have 4 groups to choose from: Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. So go ahead and take some time. If you want to pause the video, that's fine. Choose which group you are feeling most drawn to, and then look for your timestamp below in the description, and I'll see you at your reading. Hey Group 1, so if you chose the Ocean Jasper Stone, this is your reading about how you may be giving your power away and how you can take your power back. So basically, you're giving your power away to the future, to what's not even here yet, to all the future outcomes, to basically your thoughts, okay? So yeah, that's what's going on here. Just a lot of anxious thoughts, just a lot of obsessing over the future, literally tomorrow, next week, a year from now, just really wanting to know, like, when is this going to happen? How is it going to happen? Where is it going to happen? Who's it going to happen with? You know what I mean? Yeah, just really being more in the future than in the present. So that's how you're giving your power away. You're not staying present and enjoying your life in this very moment. And you know, honestly, what do we have aside from this very moment? Like, literally nothing else is certain. Nothing is certain except for this moment, right? So that's how you're giving your power away. You're not living in this moment. You're not here in this moment. And if you live your entire life that way, I mean, wow. You know what I mean? It's like if you're obsessing about one specific thing happening in the future, like what I'm seeing here is you're definitely worried a lot about love, finding your partner, getting your family, your home, just basically your happily ever after. And you're wanting it right now, but at what point do you stop to realize that, like, oh, I have it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm living my happily ever after. If this is your mindset and this is kind of how your brain always is, if it's always really overactive and you're always thinking about tomorrow and the next day and next year, do you know what I mean? Like, how would you know what's going on in the present? How would you know? Like, when does it stop? I guess when does it end is what I'm trying to say. I feel like I'm making it too confusing, but yeah, that's it. Pretty simple. It's you're worried about your future. How are things going to come together? When are things going to come together? And you're just wanting things to line up perfectly. And I get it. I totally get it. You are fully entitled to all of your dreams and desires and everything that you want for yourself, your life, and your future. Totally validated in that. But you can still want that and hold hope for it and expect it to come in, but still live in the present in the meantime, okay? Because what's happening is, like, okay, look, with the 4 of Pentacles here, the way that he's clinging to them. And again, it's like you're almost not noticing, like, what you have at this very moment. Like, what do you have right now that maybe you wanted a year ago, 6 months ago, 2 months ago? You know? It's being grateful for the things that you have right now that you used to want. And being grateful for those, and like just being in the present moment with the things that you have now, you know, that bring you joy, that are special to you. So yeah, you're going to find your strength. You're going to take your power back when you stop feeding into this thought process. And it is totally a habit. Like, you know, it's just a habitual thing. It's when you get into that, you get used to that type of mindset. That's your mindset. You know, that's where you are. You're always in the future instead of right here. So I get it. But again, like, where does it end? You know. So it's just finding acceptance in knowing that you just can't know. You just can't know what's going to happen. You got to trust your path here. Okay. It's just that. Yeah. It's just trusting, because right now you're somewhere else. You're somewhere else, and you're somewhere that it's like, why worry? Why worry about something that may or may not happen? If you don't have control over the outcome and you're spending time worrying about it, you know, what's the point there? Like, you're worrying for no reason, really. What's going to happen is going to happen. So worrying about it is just a waste of your energy, a waste of your time, because what's going to happen is going to happen anyway. So it's finding peace in knowing that, just finding comfort in knowing that you just can't know, and being okay with that because you're okay in your present moment. So what can you do right now in this moment to be happy? That's it. What's one thing you could do right now to just be happy in this moment? Again, it doesn't mean that you can't have these dreams and desires. Definitely have them. Have them, expect them, because they're coming. It's coming. It's yours, okay? But just rest easy knowing that it's yours, knowing it's coming for you. And that's that. That's how you're giving your power away. So let's take a deeper look now at how you can get into this mode of taking your power back. How can you rein these thoughts in? How can you be more present? Let's look at that now. All right. Wow, this is a lot going on here. So for you to take your power back, the main thing here, I think, is that you're going to need to take your focus off of love for the time being, because that's definitely what was coming up. It's not that you were just thinking a lot about the future. You were thinking a lot about love, okay? When am I going to have my person? How are things going to work out for me? When's it going to happen, and how's it going to happen, okay? So it's taking that focus off of that altogether. And again, just really focusing on the present and making sure that your current vibration, how you are right now, how you feel right now in this very moment, making that a really high vibrating frequency, okay? So again, whatever's going to make you happy in this moment, it could be something really small, just like tuning into your body. How does your body feel physically right now? Like, are you thirsty? Maybe you're thirsty and you're not even aware of that because your brain is keeping you so busy. Are you tired? Are you feeling a little sad? Should you turn on something to make you laugh? What do you need right now to just raise your vibration? And maybe you are feeling pretty good, So just enjoying that, really tuning into that and feeling how that feels. Definitely focusing a lot on your physical body, really your physical health too, while we're at it here, because we do have Queen of Pentacles. It definitely made me think health. Maybe you really truly are so busy with the rabbit here, that talks a lot about anxiety. Like maybe you're not even taking care of yourself properly and you're not realizing it, but you're so in your head, so in your thoughts. Again, like maybe you need to drink some water and you're not aware of that because you've been so busy, maybe you need to sit down and make yourself drink, a 40-ounce cup of water or something. It could be something simple like that. But I'm also seeing here, we've got the Eight of Cups showing up now in reverse, and I think that a specific relationship, a specific situation, something that ended, is something that you are probably thinking a lot about, okay? Is this person going to come back? Are we going to make up? Are they my person? Are they not my person? Really spending a lot of time thinking about that. But this is the thing here. Don't forget that what is meant for you is meant for you, okay? And it's going to be yours. You can't lose what is meant for you. That's not my quote. I don't know who said that. That's a quote. I don't know where I've seen it. But yeah, you can't lose what's meant for you, okay? So really letting that sink in, clinging to that, okay? Let that be your anchor at all times. You can't lose what is meant for you. If you are having trouble discerning whether or not someone is your true soulmate, whether or not they're really meant for you, that's your sign to step back and give it some time, give it some space, okay? Definitely, you don't need to pursue that right now if you're not even sure all the time that that's your person. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like your thoughts may go back and forth. Sometimes you think that this is your person, and then other times you're like, I don't think they are. You know what I mean? So definitely don't pursue something that you're not even actually sure of all the time. And also a way that you're going to take your power back is looking at yourself and learning about yourself more, in the aspect of like, why are you like this? Where did you get this thought process? Why are you so worried about having your happily ever after? Like worried about it. That's the thing. It's like that's all coming from a place of fear. So why is that? Looking at those tendencies you may have and taking your power back from them. Okay. I'm definitely getting like codependent vibes here. So if that's something that resonates with you, spending some time learning more about that. Learning about how how basically to treat this like an addiction, okay? You're addicted to thinking about the future. You're addicted to needing to know what's going to happen and when's it going to happen and how's it going to happen. That's an addiction. And so every time you feed into these thoughts, you're feeding that addiction. And so really looking at it like an addiction. So how do addicts go about recovering, 12-step programs. And there's literally CODA for codependence. You can go to the website. It's CODA. And you can literally get on like a Zoom meeting. They have them like every 5 minutes they're having one. So definitely check into that if that's something, again, that resonates with you at all. But that's how you're going to take your power back. Being in the moment, doing things that make you happy, and staying really connected to your physical body in this present moment. If this specific person that you're thinking about, if they're your person and you're going to have a happily ever after with them and they are in your future, then they are in your future. And if they're not, they're not. So you spending time worrying about it and obsessing about it won't change that, right? That's not going to change the outcome if you believe in having a destiny. If that's something that you believe in, then that's not going to change, right? Really, again, all you have control over is this present moment. That's it. Your physical body, yourself, your decisions that you make, and most importantly, how you feel. And I'm not saying, like, obviously if you are depressed, that's not something that you have control over and can just snap out of depression. So that's not what I'm saying. But for the most part, generally speaking, we do have the power to change the way that we're feeling if we can change the way that we're thinking in this present moment. You know what I mean? They're all connected. They're all interconnected. And so it's like, okay, I'm going down this rabbit hole. Rabbit hole. Not funny. I'm sorry. Dad jokes. I'm going down this rabbit hole here with my thoughts, and now it's started to affect the way that I'm feeling. So let's maybe pull back and go down a different rabbit hole, okay? Go down something a little more positive. Definitely for you, it's going to be quieting your mind, and I know that probably sounds like torture to you because I'm definitely getting you're super smart, you have like a very overactive mind. I really get it. Like, you may have ADHD, you may literally have something like that you're dealing with. So I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm just saying that is what's coming up here is some silence. That's how you're going to take your power back. And if meditation really does sound like torture to you, do a guided meditation, a really, whatever sounds good to you. There's honestly so many different ways of meditating, or do something outside. Just go for a walk outside and try not to really be thinking while you're doing it. I know that sounds weird and crazy. But yeah, if you can go for a walk outside and just really look around you and pay attention to the sounds of nature, while you're out there, the leaves crunching underneath your feet, any birds you hear, I don't know, any rustling through the trees that you hear as the wind's blowing, just really tuning into that. Again, it's tuning into your current moment. So being outside, I think, would be really helpful for you. And maybe working out, if you're into that, that'd be something that, again, current moment, present, physical body in this present moment. So anything that would be fitness related, any type of physical activity, even if it's not literally doing push-ups, like MMA, like boxing, running, yoga. There you go, yoga. You can literally, like, it's been so long since I've done it. I need to, like, I feel bad for even saying it because I need to be more physically active. But a couple months ago, I was trying to make yoga a part of my daily routine, and I would turn on a video on YouTube. Just turn it on my phone and follow along. So it could be like it could be a 5-minute, 10-minute thing that you do, But yeah, anything that you can do to really rein in these thoughts and put your energy and your focus elsewhere, okay? That's how you're going to take your power back. And maybe look into carrying something like this, some type of really grounding stone. This is good for grounding, good for anxiety, and so something like that, keeping that in your pocket, literally getting it out and holding it. That's why they call worry stones, because they fit in your palm. They feel really nice in your hand. Like, this is really smooth. It's kind of heavy. It feels good in your hand, Again, focusing on that, how your physical body feels. really focusing on the weight of this in your hand and just how it feels and things like that. Yeah, maybe like water, like I don't know, literally like taking a really nice like long shower or bath and just really focusing on how that water feels. Things like that for sure. So, yeah, I hope that this was helpful for you. I was trying to make this short and sweet and to the point. I kind of got a little longer than what I even really meant for it to. But yeah, let me know if you did like it. Give this a thumbs up so that I'll know. And consider subscribing, please, so that you can see when I post more content. Yeah, and good luck with this. I really hope that you can spend some more time just doing things that make you happy in the present moment because you deserve that. You deserve this is life. This is life. Again, this current moment. That's all we really have. That's all we really have. So make it a happy one. Make it a good one. Whatever that means for you. Whatever's going to make you feel good right now. And wishing you the best, and I hope that I'll see you again in another video. Okay, so group 2, if you chose this crystal, this is your reading about how you're giving your power away and how you can take your power back. So pretty much I'm seeing here, I don't know if it's one person in particular that you're dealing with or a group of people or really just most of the people around you for your entire life. Whatever it is, your power is being taken away by other people when they kind of control you, control your decisions. They kind of make your life decisions for you. And it looks as though you might even be like financially dependent upon a person or a group of people. This could be a family, it could be a husband, it could be a dad. I mean, we've got King of Cups here that's kind of representing this energy. But again, I'm also getting that it might be like more than one person and more than one point in your life too. So it's as though you feel like you owe them something. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm getting this financial dependency, or like it's like they pay for something, you get assistance in some way, and so then you feel like you need to do what they want you to do. Almost like, okay, so if someone gives you money to go to college, like you get money from your family to go to college to be like a dentist, but you don't want to be a dentist, but you feel like you have to take those specific courses and get that specific degree because you're not paying for it. You know what I mean? And that is where you're giving your power away and you feel stuck in this cycle. And I actually think this is like a karmic thing for you. If this makes sense and this is resonating with you, I think that's like part of your karma in this lifetime. That is something that you're going to have to break out of because you feel as though you're stuck in this and that you're powerless, you know, and you just, again, kind of have to do what other people want you to do. But when you do that, you're betraying yourself on this really deep level. Like your own sense of happiness and just inner fulfillment is just being ignored. Like we have Nine of Cups here and we have Queen of Swords underneath it in reverse, and she's the Queen of Swords in this deck. You know, she has her eyes closed. It's like you're literally closing your eyes to your own desires and wants and needs and feelings in order to please the other people around you. Definitely people pleaser energy here, okay? Yeah, and it's as though when you do open up and you do share, I don't know, your ideas, things that you're interested in, it always gets like twisted into something else. So yeah, it's just you're giving your power away and thinking that like you can't be independent outside of this, again, person, group of people, whatever it may be. Like it could be a husband for some of you that's kind of controlling, could be a father, it could be just some type of masculine energy. It could be someone that you work with, someone that you are supposed to like be collaborating with in some way, but then they kind of take over and you don't have like creative freedom. You know what I mean? Like this is giving like like an artist that works with a team who kind of tells them how to create, what to create, you know what I mean? And then you're losing yourself on this deep level. So you've got here Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? So that's how you're giving your power away, is simply by letting other people make these important decisions for you, letting other people tell you what you're best at, what you should do, when on a deep level, you know what you want to do, and you probably know what you should do, you know, like what you're good at or what would be fulfilling to you, but it's like this insecurity around it. Like, oh, I don't know though, because they probably know better than I do, like they probably know more than I do. Well, why would they? That's, you know what I mean? How would they know more than you do? It's all a matter of opinion. What you choose to do with your life, that's literally just that's yours. You own that. No one else owns that. You don't owe that to anyone. That'd be like saying you owe your life to someone else. Like, I'll just live my life for them. I owe that to them. No, you most definitely do not. Okay, so please remember that. Um, but yeah, that's kind of how you're giving your power away. Let's look now at how you can start taking your power back and stop feeling controlled and just overly sheltered, basically. Oh wow. Okay, so Group 2, this has been crazy. I have been trying to record this and I have been interrupted so many times. It's so frustrating. Like, seriously, it has been so frustrating because, like, I know what I want to say. It's simple. It's to the point. I'm very, I'm very clear on what I want to say and I just can't get it out because of the interruptions. And I feel like this is not a coincidence that this is happening in your pile. Also, my throat has just started acting up during this pile too. It's the craziest thing. I'm telling you, like it's honestly making me mad. I need to chill out. It's like it's just gotten to the point. It's like, okay, after the 6th time, I'm getting pissed. Okay. Anyway, wow, good grief. So you're gonna take your power back by literally telling people no. Like, I feel like you're gonna have to set some strong boundaries. Like, stay away from me for a while. You've got the Chariot in reverse here with the Tower. Like, man, and with this bear, hibernation. That's what you need. Literally, that's what this is. You need to hibernate. You need to cancel your plans for a week, 2 weeks. I don't know. This is giving me like cabin retreat. You know what I mean? Not that you can really book a cabin for 2 weeks. Maybe you can. If you can, go for it. But this is mostly just staying home, staying in your own space by yourself, alone time. And I think this is going to be for a while, honestly, like literally like hibernation. Okay, you may need to really be alone for like a season, and that's because you're going to have to find your own direction. That's how you're going to take your power back, and it's going to feel so good. But right now, I don't know if you really know your own direction because you've been told what direction to go in for so long, and so you're going to have to find that inner voice that's been drowned out by every other voice around you. I think that you're probably easily manipulated. People can just talk you into things easily. And I'm not saying they do it on purpose. I'm definitely getting, for some of you, this is probably, again, like a family thing, like a parent or people that, like, they see your talent, they want to harness it and help you, but they end up just swaying you in the wrong direction because you don't have a strong enough sense of self and strong enough, loud enough inner voice to be able to say, oh yeah, I see what you're saying, like that's a good idea, but not for me, because this is what I want to do. It's like, again, whenever you do open up and you do bring your ideas to the table, it gets twisted or it gets turned down and someone's like, I don't know about that. And the instant you get any kind of like critical point of view, opinion on your idea, you're like, oh, well, I guess they're right. I guess that's not a good idea. But again, why? Why would that be? Like, why would they know more than you know? Like, why? Obviously, if you're talking about a specific subject and you're going to a professional who has a lot of education and experience in that subject or that field, sure, they may actually know more than you. But when we're talking about what you should do with your life, what you feel that you're good at, what you feel would make you happy, yeah, that's not up for grabs. That is not a voting thing. That is just you. You get the veto on that. That is it, okay? So I think this is really, you're going to have to take your power back by detaching from people. Yeah, not to say you got to like cut them out of your life. It's just, you're going to have to really be alone so you can hear your own voice. I don't think that people are just like doing this again to like ruin your life or take advantage of you. I think really they care about you and they want the best for you. But you're going to have to learn how to stand in your own independence and know what that feels like. And I think it's going to feel really good when you do. I mean, you've been training for this for lifetimes. Okay. So that's the thing. It's like, on a soul level, what you want to do, what you're here to do, what your mission on earth is. Like, that's known somewhere within you, but you've got to kind of like dig for it. You've got to like dig it out. And if you got everyone else telling you basically the wrong thing. They're sending you in the wrong direction. Again, I really am getting this is like a karmic thing for you. This is like part of your lifetime. Your struggle, your challenge on this earth in this lifetime is people are going to be trying to throw you off your course, and they have for a long time. Which again, it's like, are they throwing you off your course? Because that's literally part of your it's part of your karma. So it's supposed to happen, but you can break out of it now anytime you want to. Another thing is though, because you have been letting other people kind of control your life for so long, or if it's just this person, like I said, if it's just a spouse or something, like a kind of controlling husband or wife, it could be that too. Also, I meant to clarify when I said masculine energy earlier, when I meant that, I meant like masculine in the sense of leading, taking control, you know what I mean? This is what we're going to do. These are the actions we're going to take. And if you don't have that, if you're not the most masculine energy in your life in that way and making those decisions for yourself, it's like you've got all these other people. It could be a woman. That's kind of my point here. It's just you've got these really overbearing energies around you. That's kind of what I was getting at. But yeah, let me circle back. What I was going to say is, because this has been going on for you for a while, you've got built up resentment, which is totally natural. That is very natural. Anybody who people pleases, yeah, we get it. We get that. It happens. So you're going to have to also take some time to really clear out this resentment that you may not even realize you have, because it's probably buried pretty deeply. So that's going to take some clearing out, some cleansing. And once you release that, I'm telling you, you're just going to feel so much better. That's how you're going to take your power back. You've got the sun here under this. You're going to feel so good. And the magician over here, it's just realizing that, again, you really are in control. You really are. It's all kind of like a big mind fuck, you know? You've been made to think that you're not. And I think it's just, I really am getting for most of you, it's like been a lifetime thing. So like from childhood, you know? So maybe you just really don't understand that it's like that learned helplessness, okay? Learned helplessness, victim mentality almost too, okay? But that's resentment. And really there's no need for that. Now, when you were a child, you really weren't in control. But the thing is, you're not anymore. So it's remembering like, oh my gosh, I'm not a child anymore. And I know that's hard. Again, if you do feel like financially dependent on someone, that definitely changes things, makes it harder. But there are ways out of that, and you don't have to make an impulsive decision. This doesn't have to be rushed. Again, just take some time alone, you know, do some hibernation and think on it and start to make your own plan. Start to think about what you truly want when no one else is there in your ear. And just be really honest with yourself. And you may be scared to even say it to yourself, you know. Definitely get in journaling here. Definitely journaling. Getting that out. Getting the pen to the paper and figuring out what your inner voice really has to say. Also, another thing that I will point out that this card speaks of, when the bear spirit is feeling off balance, it was like physical activity is really good to probably just like ground you. So that could be good. Get your mind off of things, and any type of, honestly, like strength training and meditation are both really good for like your focus. So yeah, if you feel like you want to do something like that, that could be healthy for you too. But definitely, again, see, we've got you were drawn to this protective crystal too. Like, you've just got to protect your energy right now and protect your inner voice, because your inner voice is just as special, just as important, just as knowledgeable and wise as any other voice around you. It's not like their voice doesn't matter. It's just they need to be the leading role in their lives, okay? You're the main character in your life. And right now, it's like you're handing someone else the controller, and you know what I mean? So are you really the main, you know what I mean? It's like, I guess you're still the main character, but you should be in control of the narrative is kind of what I'm getting at here, okay? So, wow, this was crazy. I'm telling you, all the interruptions and stuff. I feel frustrated for you because, again, I think like your soul is like, I know what I want to say. I know what I want to do, and people just won't let me do it. So you're really going to have to just get away, you know, like tell people, I need some space right now, and you deserve it. You definitely don't have to feel bad about it. Please don't do that. Don't feel guilty. You deserve it. That is self-care. So, wow, this is big. Yeah, you got a tower moment here. It's big. It's big. But when you really realize that and you really get that through to your brain that you actually are in control and this was all just like a facade, you thinking that you weren't and you thinking that you owe this to this person and that they know better than you, when you realize that's not true, that's actually not true, whoa, there you go. There you go. Then everything is right here in your hands and life is going to be so fun because it's like, then it is your game. Then the controller is in your hands, and you can do whatever you want, go wherever you want to go, be whoever you want to be. So I'm really excited for you. This is going to be a lot, It's going to be hard, but wow, that's how you're going to take your power back. So, okay, well, I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know, give it a thumbs up if you liked the video, and think about subscribing if you think that you want to see when I post more content. But yeah, good luck with this, and I hope I will see you in another video. All right, group 3, if you chose the pyrite, this is your reading about how you're giving your power away and how to take it back. So a couple things here. Mostly, you're giving your power away to a specific person, situation, relationship that ended. So it does look like it's over. I mean, we've got 10 of Swords here and Death together. They came out together, like, wow, okay. But they came out under the Magician too. I feel like you are like manifesting this back, and you may have manifested it back before a few times, okay? This could have been like an on and off thing with this person. But the thing is, this relationship is imbalanced. I feel like this person's imbalanced. Whatever you've had going on is very dysfunctional. It's not been good for you. But again, it's like you're manifesting it back. And that's how you're giving your power away. It's like you are settling. It's that lack mindset, okay? So where your manifestation should be growing and expanding and going above and beyond this relationship, like way above and beyond, it's not, because you are still tied to this person and it's got to be this specific way. And so it is like putting a box around your manifestation, your ability to manifest, because again, you're just thinking about this one person, this one situation, and so they're coming back into your life more than once is what I'm getting. And it's just like it's taking your own joy, your own peace, your own fulfillment. Every time you think about this, every time you spend energy on it, because right now you're really needing to just spend that energy on yourself, because this is the second thing. Your power is being given away when you're expecting someone else, anyone else, to take care of you. You've got Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? So it's like you are expecting someone else to meet your needs, take care of you, which, don't get me wrong, when you're in a relationship, it is fair to expect the person to like respect you, love you, work with you, not against you. And yeah, definitely. But the worst part about it is not only do you need to meet those needs yourself at the end of the day, you need to be able to meet those needs for yourself. And that's you standing in your power. Like, that's great if you can do this for me and care for me and love me, but I can do that too. So when you do it, it's just an added, benefit. It's just like extra happiness in my life, but it's not something I need. Right now, it's more like you need it. It's like a self-worth thing. Your self-worth is being really put into this relationship. And then the worst part about it is, since it's with someone who is coming off here as being dysfunctional, or at the very least not able to meet anyone's needs in a relationship, because again, it's very imbalanced. When you were with this person, it was not a balanced, equal partnership. It was not equal give and take. You expecting them to care for you and meet your needs, again, that's a self-worth red flag here, a big one. It's like, okay, that's what we do when we don't feel worthy. We want to prove our worth to ourselves by getting that love from someone, from some unattainable love source. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, they could never meet my needs and love me, so that's what I'm going to go for, because when they finally do, it'll prove to me, to them, to everyone else that I actually am worthy of love. I actually am lovable after all, It's going to rewrite my childhood trauma. It's going to make everything okay. It's going to change everything. You know, that's what we do. It's a trauma response to go after exactly what we had in childhood, wherever our needs weren't met, and we go and we play it out again and again and again and again and again until it turns out differently. But it's never going to turn out differently, right? That's the crazy part about it, but that's what our brains tend to do. So that is how you're giving your power away. It's with this specific person, but honestly, it's not just this person, because again, if this is a trauma response thing, this is going to happen again with other people. It's always going to be with someone who is unavailable. They're unable to love you and care for you in the ways that you deserve to be loved and cared for, and in the ways that you need to be. So, most important is to do that for yourself. And then, honestly, when you are doing that for yourself, you're not going to be attracted to these types of relationships. You're not going to seek out that love from an unattainable, loving source, you know? You just won't need to, because your needs are going to be already being met. You are going to be fulfilled on that deep level. So, yes. Okay, let's move on now and see how you can start to take your power back. All right, so how you're going to take your power back is, well, for one, time this up. Whatever this was, okay, instead of manifesting this person back, and you may be doing that accidentally too, really, really looking at this situation, okay, and remembering why it didn't work. You may need to actually make a list of that, even in your phone. That's actually very helpful. Keeping track of all of the bad moments, okay, all of these, especially if this was dysfunctional and this person was unstable and you guys were unstable together, writing those moments down and keeping that list. It's important to, when you do start getting these thoughts, okay, say you feel like you miss this person, or you're just wondering what they're doing, you're just like, oh, I hope they're not with someone else, or whatever you're thinking about, pull that list up and read it, okay? Remember, like, oh, this is why I should not want to be with that person. This is why I shouldn't be thinking about what they're doing. You know, I hope that they're not in another dysfunctional relationship. Like, I hope, if anything, that they're healing and growing, and that's what I'm going to focus on, is healing and growing. So it's really just getting control over those thoughts and really redirecting your thoughts. The other thing is having a good time, having fun. I'm so sorry about the noise. This is getting out of control. It's this pile. That's funny. This was not happening before. It's this pile. There's so much noise happening. I'm really sorry. And I don't think it's a coincidence, though, because I think that's kind of your brain. It's like this person, this situation, it is noise in your brain. It is not the noise that you need, and it's overpowering, and it's way too loud. You need to drown that out with something completely opposite, having fun, having a good time, whatever that means for you, okay? The otter spirit, when it's out of balance, it literally says to have a celebration, have a dance party, you know? So dance in your living room, whatever you need to do. You need to have fun. It's going to raise your vibration. That's what you need to do right now, because again, when you're spending time thinking about this person, either ruminating on things that have happened, or again, just wondering like what they're doing, or I hope they're not with someone else, or are we going to get back together? Any time you're spending on that, any energy spent on that, that's how you're manifesting it back, even if you don't really truly want to, especially on a conscious level. You just are, because that's where your energy is going. That's where your energy is being spent, right? So, yeah, just raising that vibration, putting it somewhere else. You're going to have to get this, this comfortability, this peace in knowing that you just aren't going to know. Because we've got the Lovers here with the High Priestess in reverse, you know? I think it's driving you crazy not knowing how things are going to end up for you. But that's not putting a lot of faith in any higher power. Like, if you believe in any higher power, and if you don't, that's okay too. But if you do, because you've got Council of Light here, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Well, if you're worried, then you're not putting a lot of faith in your spiritual team, okay, and helping you. So if you believe that people are helping you, then remember that and trust them to work things out. And if you're not spiritual at all, even taking that out of the equation, again, if you believe in it on like a scientific level, you're putting your energy there in this thing that really consciously you probably know isn't good for you, and know you shouldn't want, and maybe don't want. But if your brain is running wild, that's still where your energy's going. So changing your vibration, having some fun, listening to some fun music, focus on what you do want to manifest, make a playlist for the love that you do want to manifest, journal about it, visualize it, meditate on it, whatever works for you. But again, keep that list of anything bad that has gone down in this relationship. Just please remember that. Let that be at the forefront, okay? If this person's going to be in your mind, let it be that. Let it be the bad moments. Because right now, it's like there's a part of you that's wanting to like protect it, and not let it go. And that's why it's coming back if it's returning. But it's not going to return as something new. You know what I mean? Like you're going to be manifesting this person in the same way, and the relationship in the same way. So if you're supposed to be with this person, if they're meant to be your partner, whatever, then they will be. But you've got to raise your vibration, raise your frequency if you want it to come back as something new, right? So yeah, it's just kind of letting go of that need for control, of needing to know, because we can't know anything. We can't know. It's just not how it works, unfortunately. But maybe that's part of the beauty of it. Do we really want to know everything? That's, that would change everything in life. If we knew the future, then life would be kind of weird. It's like we're just playing a part in a movie. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't seem real. So it is very real. And that's why it's happening in the moment. It's happening as we go, we all have free will. So right now, remember that. Harness your free will and use it to manifest what you do want. So do something fun. Go out of town, hang out with some friends, laugh, listen to music that raises your vibration. Whatever's going to be fun for you. Focus on that, because you are constantly manifesting every thought that you have, every action, everything. You are manifesting your reality. So, all right, well, I hope that this helped in some way. Give it a thumbs up if it did, so that I will know that you liked the video. And please consider subscribing if you want to join our little group here. Yeah, that way you see more content when it's posted. I hope I will see you in another video, and thank you for being here today. Hey, Group 4. So if you chose the Rose Quartz Prism, this is your reading about how you're giving your power away and how you can take your power back. So I'm getting that this definitely has a lot to do with work specifically. And if that does not sound right, maybe it's not work, but I don't know. I'm just getting a lot here that's telling me that has to do with it has to do with a job or something, okay? And if it's not work, the bottom line is you are like trying to prove yourself. You're working so hard to like prove yourself, prove your worth, prove your character, in the way that you're communicating. I feel like you might actually be pretty introverted, and whatever your job is or whoever you're around, if it's not work related, you're put in a position to where you are taking on this more extroverted role, and it may be a little uncomfortable for you, and you're really, faking it till you make it. But I think your anxious thoughts about it are really getting out of control. You are really fearing being judged by people and not being seen as good enough, smart enough, hardworking enough, attractive enough, whatever. Just basically useful, worthy enough at the end of the day. And it's definitely giving me like climbing the ladder energy, like maybe you wanted to work your way up at work, but you're just really wanting to be seen. Again, if it's not by a boss, it's like we've got Three of Pentacles here, and so it's some kind of group, It's like, so if it's not work, maybe it's basically everyone, just literally everyone. Again, if you resonate with that kind of more introverted type of personality, then it just may be uncomfortable for you when you're out around a lot of people, and you're so worried that you're going to be judged. But here's the thing, what's happening is if you are really worried about that and you're spending a lot of time thinking about that, really feeding into your own insecurities and fears, what's going to happen is that's the self-fulfilling prophecy, right? That's what the self-fulfilling prophecy is. It's like you have this pessimistic kind of view and your insecurities are just going crazy, and then you're seeing things through that lens, through that insecure, fearful, pessimistic kind of lens. So things are going to be looking like just different to you. You're not going to be seeing things clearly. You know what I mean? Like if you really want to believe that your partner's cheating on you, you're probably going to find clues and things that they seem like clues to tell you that they're cheating on you. But have you actually caught them in the act cheating? No. But you are like, oh, well, they talked to this person and they were acting kind of funny when they did this, and where were they? Why did it take them so long to get home? And you know what I mean? That's going to be your point of view. And if you don't step out of that perspective and look at the bigger picture, you may not see all of the other possibilities. Like, well, they stopped to get gas and then there was a line at the gas station and that's why it took them so long to get home. You know what I mean? Or they acted kind of funny around that person because that person had told them something really personal and they didn't know how to act because they didn't want to. I don't know. I don't know why I'm going so far into the scenario. But the point is, you're letting your insecurities get away from you, and then before you know it, you're going to be manifesting these things into your life. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here, is you're giving your power away to the opinions of other people. And at this point, it's like, you really probably have no reason to think that they have a negative opinion of you, but you're so worried about them having a negative opinion of you that it may end up happening. So be very careful with that, with your thoughts, because you don't want to manifest things that you don't want, you know. But yeah, you're really trying to prove yourself through your work and stuff. We've got literally take a break, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. So I feel like you may be overexerting yourself at work, just really trying to show like, hey, I'm useful, I'm worthy, keep me around, I have all these skills, look at me, look at my work ethic. But just remember, you know, at the end of the day, like, your opinion of yourself is the most important. So I don't know who it is that you are trying to impress. Like I said, it could literally be everyone. But honestly, like, not everyone deserves for you to value their opinion that much. You know what I mean? So really think about who you're stressing yourself out over. You know, is it your close inner circle? Is it your closest family members and friends? Because if it was them, you probably wouldn't have to stress at all, because you would know that they do see your worth and they love you no matter what, and you don't have to prove your character or your worth to them. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Even if it's a boss or whatever it may be, it's like, should their opinion mean that much to you? You know what I mean? So don't kill yourself bending over backwards until you break trying to prove yourself, basically. So let's see now what you can do to start taking your power back from this situation, from these negative thought processes and whatnot. Okay, honestly, I love this for you. Okay, I really do, because what you need to do is rest. First of all, okay, you got the take a break oracle card, right? But you've also got Four of Swords here with the Ten of Wands, like, definitely getting that sense that you're overburdened and overwhelmed right now with work, or if it's not work, your personal relationships, definitely that's coming up now too. In this part, that kind of came up a little bit more. But you need to rest. You deserve that, okay? Look, self-love. You chose the rose quartz crystal, okay? Maybe get you some rose quartz, wear some rose quartz. That'd be really good for you. You're needing to learn when to say no, take care of yourself, retreat when you need to. And when you're resting, if people are trying to interrupt you, don't let them, okay? This is all about protecting your peace. So turn that phone on silent and leave it on silent all day, okay? Sleep if you need to. Stay in your PJs all day and eat snacks and watch TV. But whatever that is to you, whatever rest means to you, definitely off your phone, I would say, you know? Because again, I feel like you might get stressed out when you get a lot of messages, either in your DMs, your text messages, whatever, emails. And so you need to just step away from that for a little bit. And the close relationships thing kind of came up to me because we've got Five of Swords in reverse here with Queen of Cups. This is about knowing when to walk away. When to walk away from a conversation, from a situation. If someone is losing their temper with you, if they are not hearing you out and you have tried to explain yourself, and you're getting drained and you feel yourself kind of like, why am I saying this again? It's like I'm repeating myself. You know what I mean? That's when it's time to walk away, okay? It doesn't mean that you have to just like ghost the person and never talk to them again. It just means like, hey, I need to go. And I need to, again, rest. I need to go retreat. I need to go have some time. And I need to think about this and think about how I can communicate with you in a better, more effective way. Because at this point, it's dumb. It's pointless. It's like we're wasting our breath. We're wasting our energy. We're getting worked up. And we're not getting anywhere. We're going in a circle, right? So you may have a lot of that going on. It may be at work. It may be, it could be with anyone. But wherever you see this happening in your life where you are, again, that's like that trying to prove yourself. It's like, why can't they hear me? Why aren't they understanding me? And it's just like getting you really upset, really frustrated. But you need to remember that, like, on a deep level, there's really no reason to be that upset about it, because you have control over your own peace, your own body, your own decisions. So you can protect that. You can protect that. You can walk away, and you can remember that just because that person may not understand you, they may not see your point of view. I'm totally getting like political debates now too. They may not agree with you, but does that mean that you should be like exhausting yourself trying to get your point of view across? Should you be upset and feeling like unworthy or unseen because they don't understand you? Again, at the end of the day, it's most important that you see and understand and hear yourself. Self-love. That's what this thing is all about. So yeah, just knowing when to walk away. I really like this for you a lot. You may have a lot of conflict around you. Again, I don't know if it's at work or at home or a friend group or what this is about, but definitely getting arguments here, okay? And for you, you're gonna feel a lot better. Because when you are taking part in this, when you're participating in an argument that's going around in a circle, you are definitely giving your power away to that. You're giving it away to that person, to that situation. They're probably doing it too, but that's on them. That's their choice, right? But you can retreat and you can protect your peace as often as you want to. It's all about boundaries here. This is definitely a lot about boundaries, protecting your peace of mind, your sense of self. Again, it's most important that you understand yourself. It's okay if someone else doesn't. They don't have to. They don't have to. It's going to make you feel better probably too if you are having issues like this with someone, a particular person or group. Detaching from that for a little bit and surrounding yourself with people who you do feel like understand you. It's not as important as you understanding yourself, but that could also make you feel better. If you have a day with your best friend or sibling, or it could be anyone. It's going to depend on your situation. Whoever you are not having these disagreements with, okay, and not feeling you need to prove yourself to. That's the whole point. Spending time with people or a person that you don't have to prove yourself to. Honestly, being around children, maybe. Children are so judgment free. And you've got the dolphin spirit here. You definitely have a childlike spirit to you. So yeah, just remembering that this is small shit, right? Don't sweat the small shit because it's all small shit. That's what my stepdad says all the time. But yeah, this is small. That's small shit. And it probably doesn't seem like it in the moment. But when you step away, and you fill your cup back up, you'll realize, wow, that actually is pretty small for us to be on a spinning rock, and a meteor could hit us at any moment, and I am worried about this. I'm worried about, the fact that I affiliate with this political party and they don't, and now we're fighting over it. Just protecting your peace. I really love this for you, okay? So just, yeah, know when you need to walk away. Do that for yourself. You deserve that. Turn your phone off when you want to. You don't owe anybody anything, okay? When it comes to that, like if someone's mad because you don't text them back immediately or answer every time they call, you don't have to. Don't let them make you feel like you have to. It's crazy. You don't. You don't have to. So remember that. Take care of yourself first before everyone else. You deserve it. Self-love. That's it. That's it. That's you taking your power back. So definitely, yeah, surround yourself with some of this rose quartz energy. I love this for you. I hope you do this. Take you a day off. Take you a mental health day if you need it. Do what you need to do, okay? You deserve it. Thank you for listening to this video. If it was helpful at all, give me a thumbs up so that I'll know that you liked it and I can do more like this one. But yeah, consider subscribing if you haven't already. And mostly, thank you for being here today. I hope to see you again.